Welcome and thank you for taking the trouble to watch this short video. It should be about 10 minutes and I hope by the end of it you're able to better understand the reports that we send home and how you can help your child do even better at Cullumpton Community College. Just go through the report quickly and explain some of the detail within it, and then explain a little bit about the levels that we assign to different students in different subjects. So first of all, the front page nearly always looks like this. It has a school logo on it. It'll have the time that the report is for, so in this case it's a spring report. Then down here we'll have the name and the tutor group of the student, so we can be sure we've got the right report for the right person. And then finally there's normally some text here from Mrs. Phelan, the head teacher. The inside of the report should look like this one here. We have it set out like that. We have first of all the subject that we're doing at the far left hand side and the teacher on the far right hand side. We then have a section here about our attitude to learning. That's about engagement, behaviour, homework, and a focus to improve, what the student needs to do to most improve. And then finally we have these two columns here, which is a level about how the student is performing in terms of GCSE at the moment. I just want to show you the back of the report as well. Sorry, the back of the report is this one here. This is so you can pick up on the data you need to know and actually what does outstanding engagement and lesson look like. So we've got engagement, behaviour and homework, what it's like to be outstanding, what it means if you're good, if you're inconsistent, or if your engagement is poor. And similarly we have descriptions down here for behaviour and homework. We also have on the back of the report here a translation for you from current GCSE grades to the new GCSE grades, and we'll just flick back to that in a minute. Going back into the main body of the report here, I just got to explain first of all about the engagement, behaviour, homework, the focus for improvement, and I will return to these bits here. So very simply, engagement, how the student gets on in lessons, how they tackle their work. Behaviour, do they behave well enough, do they allow the lesson to continue? It's mostly about conduct, our judgments about those. And then homework, is it done, how well is it done, is it handled on time? And then focus for improvement. That can be a variety of things. I notice here that both Mrs. Duffy and myself for this student have picked the same one, and that is read and act on feedback given. I know, having looked at Mrs. Duffy's books, I know from my own marking, we have a lot of comments written in their books, and if students are able to read those, it does and act upon that feedback we give them in their books, that does make a big difference to how well they can improve. Okay, I'm now going to talk about the national forecast grade and the projected GCSE outcome. The national forecast grade is based on how well students did in their Key Stage 2 SATs. So at the end of their primary education, students will sit their SATs, they get their scores, and the DFE, the Department for Education, send those scores or collate those scores from all schools, and then the DFE forward that to a charity called the Fisher Family Trust. And that's been happening for many, many years, and the Fisher Family Trust now have a huge data set from which they're able to say, well, students that get result X at Key Stage 2 actually go on to perform this well at GCSE. So they're able to track previously how students of different abilities, different genders, different ages are able to do, and from that forecast how well an individual student should do. And I'd just like to make it really clear that it is a forecast. It's what, generally speaking, happens across the country. There will always be students that do better than it, and sadly there will also be some students that do worse than the national forecast grade. Okay, so the national forecast grade is based on how well a student has done at Key Stage 2. It's also based on how old they are within their year group. Are they a young one? Are they an old one? And also, are they a boy or a girl? And most recently we've also added in how many previous schools have they been to, because there's been a lot of research that says students that go to lots of schools generally tend to do a little bit less well than students that go to fewer schools. So in English and maths here, we are predicting GCSE grade 5s. Now that is a number, and you'll notice that's different from most of the other ones down here. This is the new GCSE. There's been a lot of talk in the media about the new GCSE, and under the new GCSEs, students will be graded on a number system. I'm just going to go back to the back of the report here, and I've put in here for you a little table to give you an idea of what they mean. These are not cast in stone. This is our best approximation at the moment from the information the Department for Education has given us and the help we've had between other schools. So we're saying a 5 is a C+, or maybe a B, whereas a 6 would be a B+. A 4 would be a C or a C-, and likewise. With A double star, the new grade of A double star being a 9, and a grade of a 1 being a G. Okay, going back into the report. In English, we are forecasting that this student should get a 5. In Maths, we are saying also a 5. Now, I've thought carefully. I'm Mr. Haynes here. I did this report. I thought carefully about how this child did, and I think, actually, at the minute, the way they're working at this point in year 10, if they carry on working in the way they are likely to get a 5, actually, when it comes to their results in August next year. So at the end of year 11, I'm pretty sure this student will get a 5. So I'm projecting that the outcome for their GCSE will be a 5. Mrs. Duffy is saying, actually, in English, your student's doing a bit better than that. Mrs. Duffy's projecting, that the outcome will be a 6. So they'll be getting a grade 6 for their GCSE. So that's absolutely fantastic. They're doing better than we might expect them to do nationally. Now, in biology, chemistry, physics, history, drama, French, most of the other GCSEs, the student will be on the old syllabus. It is only maths and English for year 10 that are on the new syllabus. So they are on what we sometimes call the old money of lettered grades. So in biology, we are saying forecast grade to be like the 50% schools, they should be getting a B. However, they're only getting a C at the moment. Dr. Shepherd is saying, from what I'm seeing in lessons, from what I'm seeing in homework, from the work that's being done, my assessment, that student is looking more like they're going to end their GCSE on a C. So there's probably a little bit of work to be done there. And similarly in physics, it's a B, it's a national forecast grade, but at the minute we're looking at a C. So again, maybe some work required there. Okay, hopefully that's helped a little bit. For those of you with siblings in other years, in year 10, the national forecast grade, for a year 10 report, the national forecast grade is if our school wants to be in the top 50% of schools in the country. If you've got siblings in other years, we've upped our expectation there a little bit, so that we're expecting to be in the top 20% of schools. As the schools improve, we are raising our expectations still further. Okay, I hope that's been clear. Very quick summary. The forecast grade is if a student performs as most students nationally, what should they get? The predicted GCSE outcome is what we are telling you we believe your child will get at the end of year 11. I hope that's been helpful. Hope that's cleared up any difficulties you are having with the report. If you still need further explanation or just want to chat about the report, you are more than welcome to contact me, either email or phone in school, and I'll get back in touch with you and we can talk through that individually. Thank you for your time listening, and again, I hope that's helped you.